Wonderful. So, am I audible? Now it's clear. Am I audible, everyone? So, what we are doing is, everyone, if I'm audible, Manjunath, Shankar, very good afternoon. Welcome to Anarghya IAS Academy. So I'm audible, right? That's a good thing. So what's happening here is we'll be starting a new module on 19th in our Anarghya IAS Academy. The module will be on ethics, integrity, and aptitude. So if you want to know about me, I'm in this field for Abhishek Kirti Kumar. A wonderful good evening to Kannadದಲ್ಲಿ Kirti Kumar sir. Okay. Manage ಮಾಡೋಣ. I will try to do it in Kannada and English. Let's start with English. We'll go for others also. Yes. So what we'll do is from 19th of this month, November, we are starting this course Ethics, Integrity and Aptitude. I just need to give you a brief introduction. What is this thing is all about? How our classes will be going on? How can we look into these things? So that we will be doing step by step. So what is this? What is this course is all about? First we'll understand importance of this course. So it is 250 marks, and according to me, I have written many mains. 5 mains have been written. In this 5 mains of my experience, what I can tell you is what happens is very important things is one is ethics, second one is essay. Ethics and essay can make you or break you. They make a very important impact on you. So we can score really more than average score is 130. We can have an average score of 130, and till now I have finished almost like 6 batches of ethics. 6 batches of ethics. I started in 2014. When I started my first batch of ethics, only 2 students were there. One was Nandini. She is a topper in 2016. Another one was Shruti. For these 2 people, I started this ethics class, and both of them got through services. You will be knowing them. So both of them got through. So it started then. My story, my journey with ethics started then. It's continuing from then every year. So Rajat, Prashant, a very good evening, good afternoon. Welcome, Abhishek. Welcome. So my optional was Kannada literature. Now I have changed it into geography. So let's get back here. So we started like this journey. From then I think 6 batches is really a good number. So much this thing I have. Till now I would have trained more than 150 students in ethics. In that, everyone who have written mains have average score of our students is 130. I'm very confident about ethics. So let's see how to understand this ethics, and I'll just give you the glimpses. Is this audible? I mean, is it visible? Whatever is shown here. A ship is sinking and seas are rough. All but one lifeboat has been destroyed. All but one lifeboat has been destroyed. The lifeboat holds a maximum of 6 people. There are 10 people that want the lifeboat. 4 individuals who do not board the boat will certainly die. So, woman who thinks she is 6 weeks pregnant, a lifeguard, 2 young adults who recently married, senior citizen who has 15 grandchildren, elementary school teacher, 13-year-old twins, veteran nurse, captain of the ship. So there are 10 people, but there is one boat which can hold 6 people. 6 people. There are 10 people, but it can hold only 6 people. So if you are given a choice, who would you select among these people? First you give me your choices, then I will give you my choices, so that we can coordinate which will be better, we can go with that. Clear? So who would you think? How many, or it's tough for you to write all the 6 choices. What I could do is, you just say yes or no. You decide your 6 people. So I will show you, okay, woman who thinks she is 6 weeks pregnant. You want her to go? How many of you want her to go? How many of you want her to go? A woman who thinks she is 6 weeks pregnant. How many of you want her to be saved in this boat? And it's not just selection. We need to give one more thing, reason also. So Prashant says, Prashant and Kirti, both of them want the 6 weeks pregnant to go. And Manjunath also. So they want the 6 weeks pregnant to go. Okay. So I would put vote for her. So I'll put 6 weeks pregnant is going. Why? Why? Because it's a woman. She is a woman. That's why. She is a woman. Okay, next. So Sachin also wants the 6 weeks pregnancy to go. Okay. How many of you want lifeguard to go? Even if one says no, I won't let him to go. How many of you want lifeguard to go? How many of you want lifeguard to go? Prashant says life of 2 are there in a pregnant and she is vulnerable. Yes, that's also correct. Because it's saving 2 persons. Yes, that's good. So Kirti Kumar doesn't want lifeguard to go. So pregnant woman is selected, lifeguard no. Okay. Next, 2 young adults who recently married. 2 young adults who recently married. 2 young adults who recently married. How many of you want those 2 young adults who recently married? Wonderful. Manjunath says that, okay, I need to send the lifeguard with them because taking care of the ship, right? He will help in the journey. Anant is also telling lifeguard will help in the journey. Anant is telling lifeguard will help in the journey because he will be knowing tactics to survive. Yes. Okay. Then what about 2 young adults who recently got married? You want them to go? How many of you want this 2 young adults who recently got married to go? Or how many of you want the senior citizen who has 15 grandchildren to go? So there's a senior citizen, no. Elementary school teacher. Elementary school teacher. Elementary school teacher. A 13-year-old twin. A 13-year-old twin. No. Okay. Veteran nurse. Veteran nurse. Nurse, yes, no, yes, no. Captains of the ship. Captain of the ship. That's also yes, no is coming. Captain of the ship should go because he'll know the direction, he knows how to sail. So you write down your best 6 people for first aid. You write down your first, I will write it A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. I've given them names A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Okay. Just tell 6 numbers of yours, 6 members who want to go. Because he may sacrifice his life for the others, sir. That's good. Twins should go, Anant is there. Captain of the ship is tricky. So that's a tricky option. Captain should go. Okay, you write A, B, C, D I have given. On that basis, who all you want to go? Nurse should go. Okay, nurse should go. So what could be done? So give me your option 6. So I would say A is for sure. Then lifeguard no, veteran nurse yes, G, F, E, like that. You have any sequence you can give me. Any sequence you people have, you can give it to me. After that, you want my answer? What would I write for this? If I was in this situation, Sachin says A is woman, lifeguard, then 2 young adults, F is 13-year-old twin, G is veteran nurse and captain. Other than captain and lifeguard should go, Harsh is telling that. Anand says woman, lifeguard, 13-year-old twins, veteran nurse and captain. Okay, these are your answers. So what would have I done if I was in this situation, and what would have I done? See, whatever you're telling, is it practicable? Whatever you're telling to select people, is it practicable? So I give 2 options for you people. First option, I will ask people who want to voluntarily back up in them. I will ask people who want to voluntarily back up. So whoever want to voluntarily back up, let them back up, right? People who want to voluntarily back up, let them back up. So let's take another practically. Nobody will voluntarily back up. Let's leave that also. Second option I'll give. I'll ask them to voting democratic way. That's what we learn, right? All our life, even in our constitution, can we vote? So out of these 10 people, they'll vote for pregnant women. So if whoever gets the least number of votes, they will stay back. Whoever gets the highest number of votes, they will go with the vote. And whoever gets the least number of votes, they will stay back. Which is better? Selecting them is better, or what am I doing here? Am I doing a teamwork? Here? When I took a decision like this, I'm asking people to vote among ourselves, and when I'm asking people to vote the person who doesn't deserve to go in, democratic way I'm selecting, that means more number of people are involved in taking decision. Why should I alone take the decision? Is it better way? That's what is the importance of democracy we learned in our constitution. That's what our freedom fighters taught us. These are the ideals of Gandhiji also. Yes. Is it practicable now? When you are telling this guy, that guy, this guy, that guy, that was not so practicable. Which is the practicable? Voting, teamwork. Why should I alone decide? All of us together will decide. When 10 people are voting for women, how many people in the group wants pregnant women to go? 6 people raise hands. Okay, she has chances. Lifeguard, 2 people. Then 2 young adults, 8 people raise hands. Senior citizen, no hands are raised. Teacher, 5 hands. Then old twins, 2 hands. Like that. Understanding? When it is like this, actual results will come out. Why do you feel voting is, I just gave my idea. If you can have better idea, no problem at all. No problem. So that I can give it a practicable. So instead of selecting 1 or 2, I won't have time to vote. That's also good way. Won't have. But the situation is worse. Even Constitution gives emergency provisions in such situations. So voting is not a good idea. So 4 individuals who do not board, the boat will certainly die. So then what could be another situation which everyone accepts? emergency situation. So I can't sit here and keep voting. So it's an emergency situation. Like that you are taking. So I need to take decision on that. Because every time I tend to take decision, it is me alone. So I don't take single decisions. I would tend to take group decisions, because more number of brains, better is the solution. That's what I believe. And I need to show this. I need to show this to the writer also, right? And what am I trying to convey you is, the questions, this question doesn't come in your ethics or anywhere. What am I trying to tell us? What happens is, it's always ready to you should be always ready to follow your constitutional values, which you learn from constitution. You show that, okay, I understand my constitutional values, and try to put it. And see, many people would have selected this thing. Isn't your answer is outstanding? I mean, better. I mean, a completely different thing, showing that you are voting. Showing that voting. Yes. Just try to write a different answer, and all that matters is what you back up with. How do you give stands for your answer? How do you give stands for your answer? So how you support? Everything is correct. Everything is correct. If you tell woman, lifeguard, senior citizen, 13-year-old twin, captain should go, everything is correct. But how would you support your answer? How would you support your answer is important. Yes or no? So my answer is, I just gave my answer. You people gave your answer. I'm not denying yours is wrong. I just said this is my way of thinking, because I can, in my answers, I can explain it. Democratic way of dealing things is better, because one person, autocracy can be shown. So how can I take decision of people's? So when group of people are taking, better chances, outcome will be better, like that. So you can write it in a different way. So this is how you, I mean, this is one way of approaches. We'll have many ways of approaches like this. Who are fit to swim should swim alone with boat and take support of the boat. Lifeguard, captain, young adults can swim, maybe good idea. Twins can take a turn, they are able to. Everyone have an own thought. Yes, everyone has own thought. That's what I wanted to show from this. What I would tend to do in our classes is, I would just create situations, and I would make you think. See, when I wrote 5 mains, okay? So I've written ethics papers so many times. Every time I used to write ethics papers, all my answers were personal examples. Personal examples. Clear? So I used to write personal examples, and I have code 136, 142 also. So it's just, what I need to make you understand is, just give you that exposure of different theories, different things. See what happens. Most of you are thinking about utilitarianism. So when you are deciding more happiness, less pain. That's what you were thinking while selecting any of this. In this critical, I'm not just telling constitutional values or anything, just simple values. So you could try to push in, that's it. We can just try to push in there. So not to problem. What if incumbent officer, does he had an option of voting? See, these are all like thinking too much. This is just an example for us to understand things. Not to think much. So this is just a simple hypothetical situation. I am just giving you options to think, and no option is correct, no option is wrong. It's just that all we need to have is, so let me tell you. So in Kantian way, there is an answer for this. In utilitarianism way, there is an answer for this. In ethical egoism way, there is a different answer for this. So we have different theories which say different answers for this. So there is no particular watertight answer. Okay, this is the best answer. This is the second answer. So what I could do is I could give a scenario where people could go like this. Behind that, I could put democratic values as a supporting factor. That's it. Clear? So we can't give perfect answer for anything. So we can voluntarily, when you're asking voluntarily, lifeguard and captain can voluntarily get back. So we have only two people. Everything is an answer. Yes or no? So it is like this concept. So this is one of those concepts. What happens is, how are the questions are coming? See what happens now. I will go for this different scenario, different set of questions. So there was a question asked long time back. I think it was in 2016 or 17. The question goes like this. Question goes like this. What are the emotional intelligences you see in a scheme? So let it be in Swachh Bharat or let it be in midday meals. Such questions are also coming up. So when it is like this, because when you see the syllabus, you have emotional intelligence, you have persuasion, you have influencing, all these things are there. So when it is like this, what could you do? So there was a question, let me make a different question. What is that emotional intelligence you see in midday meal scheme? Or what is that persuasion you can see in this? Persuasion you can see in this. Or they could ask, what is that influence it can have? Influence it can have in the scheme. Such questions are also asked. So in ethics, what possible answers we should give? Try to give possible answers only. Try to give possible, practical, ethical, practical answers are always welcome. Right? So let's see. Midday meal scheme. I'll give you a outview of this midday meal scheme. Midday meal scheme. So what is this midday meal scheme? So a nutrition program. How is this nutrition program working? They want to give nutrition for all the school going kids between 5 to 14. So they'll be supplemented with one-time nutrition. But how can I come out with emotional aspects in this? How can I come out with influential aspects in this? How can I come out with persuasion aspects in this? So I'll give you emotional aspects in this. Emotional intelligence. So how can I come out with emotional intelligence in this? So what happens? Government of India decided to come out with this scheme. Who came out? Many IAS officers like us and you tomorrow will become IAS officers. Many of us, thousands of IAS officers, their brains have been used to implement scheme like this. When they were implementing schemes, they understood the emotions of the children. They understood mainly emotions of girl child. They understood the emotions of rural population. What is this emotional of a girl child? What happens? We have rural-urban divide when it comes to gender disparity. So what happens? Let's do like this. So there is a family, small family. This family will have 5 people. So mother, father, and one brother and 2 girl child. So if they could afford for one's education, who would they afford? They would tend to afford the education of the boy. That's the mentality. That is the mentality of the rural outside. Let's imagine like this. Now, this girl childs are tend to deprived of their education. Or if at all they could afford a private education, they would afford private education for a boy, not for a girl. Yes? Okay. And mother's thinking also may be like this. She wants the girl child to support her in the household. That is also there. Now what happens now? Not only in that, in the diet supplement of the family also, girl child and the mother will be neglected most of the times. This is also scenario. The midday meals scheme makers, the people who made midday meal scheme, they thought this scenario. They understood the emotions of the rural family, general rural family. I'm not particularly telling anybody, general rural family, where girl child, her nutrition will be neglected. So through midday meal scheme, I'm supplementing her nutrition. Isn't this an emotional intelligence of a scheme? Isn't the person who is making scheme is thinking about the emotions of the family, rural family there? Yes. So another aspect, at least if they see something like this, there is a food there, at least there is a food there. So now family might think, maybe I'm not able to afford food for her. If she goes to school, she can afford food there. They can send her. This is another way of thinking emotionally. See, this emotional intelligence concept is so well defined in all our schemes. Not only this, if you go through Swachh Bharat also, when Swachh Bharat was initially given, it was not a big success. Later what Swachh Bharat team realized that, okay, if I give any scheme to people, unless until that scheme is working out for the people, if there is a monetary benefit only, my people will accept that scheme. Yes, I should have some benefits. Let it be monetary benefit or anything. I should have that benefit. Then only they'll accept. So they started giving monetary benefits with Swachh Bharat. If you have a toilet in your house, I will give you 15,000 rupees. See, now we are getting that. Understanding? So what is this? The scheme makers or the IAS officers or the scheme itself has an emotional part which understand the beneficiary. Isn't there is an emotional intelligence? Not only that, persuasion and influence. I can put it now. What is this persuasion and influence in midday meal scheme? So it was started like this. There was always debate between Ambedkarites and Gandhians about giving powers to Panchayati Raj institutions. Ambedkarites didn't want to give power to Panchayati Raj institution because he felt Panchayati Raj institutions or rural areas had filled with gender discrimination, communalism and casteism. Yes or no? These are the breeding grounds. That's what Ambedkarites felt. That's why in our original constitution 1950 we couldn't come out with Panchayati Raj institution. But Gandhians wanted to give the power to rural people or to give the power to rural people through Panchayati Raj institution. Ambedkar opposed, Gandhians wanted. But finally they came out for a neutral base that right now we will put it in DPSP. Whenever my rural setup is changed, that time we can introduce Panchayati Raj institution. That's what happens in 73rd Amendment Act. This was a simple background. Let's hold on to this background of gender inequality, communalism and caste, where power will go in their hands. Now, my midday meal scheme, what it's doing is, all the students in the afternoon sitting together, am I teaching, am I persuading or influencing students through food about equality? These kids who are sitting together and eating, will they have discriminations in long run? At least their mindset is different from their family and fathers. Yes or no? Yes or no? See how it is happening. Say they're through this midday meal scheme, they're persuading students or they're influencing students to eradicate these inequalities. See, this was taught again. They play together. And will the kids know who cooked it? No. What used to happen, come back. We know the Sanskritization, urbanization concept. You know Shanti Sagar? Shanti Sagar is that. The Shanti Sagar is a wonderful scheme. I mean, it's a wonderful concept. How many of you know who cooks in Shanti Sagar? Which caste, which community he belongs to? We don't know. We just go there, eat food and come. But is this setup is there in rural area? No. In rural area, what will happen? The person who has a hotel, he should belong to certain caste. So what happens in midday meal scheme now? The person who cooks food, no one knows. Again, the concept of equality, sitting together, sharing things, understanding. Is there, my government is persuading future generation, influencing future generation to get rid of casteism, inequalities. They're trying to do. Yes, Kirti Kumar sir. Understanding. This is a small steps. Now, can I write about midday meal scheme and connect my syllabus of persuasion, my syllabus of emotional intelligence, my syllabus of influencing people? Yes, this is how you are supposed to learn. Not only one scheme. Every scheme has background. Every scheme has intentions. So we'll understand that slowly. Before understanding that, we'll understand theories also. So this is point number 2. So let me go for the third point which I wanted to discuss. Let's do like this. So you are a doctor. No problem, sir. I can understand, Kirti sir. No problem at all. Okay. You are a doctor. There is a doctor here. And you are in a place called some smaller district where snake bites are common. Like Uttar Kannada district in Karnataka, snake bites are common. Because of cobra and everything, snake bites are common. When it is like this, 2 patients come to you. One, a 55-year-old politician, and second one, 14 years old girl child. Politician and girl child. So you have only one anti-venom. Only one anti-venom. Will you give to A or will you give to B? And give me the reason. Will you give to A or will you give to B? Understood the question? So people are telling 14 years old girl. Chaitra, Kirti, Kumar are telling 14-year-old girls. Why? Because she is a baby girl. Okay. Then any other answers? Others also can keep. Sachin also goes with the 14-year girl. Any other thing? Others, who would you go with? 55 years old politician. Arjun C. What is C? Gilja will go with B. Karthik will go with B. Both's life equally important. Give who comes first. First come first service. Yes. Harsh is telling first come first service. It depends on the doctor whom to give. Yes, wonderful. Manjunath says it depends on the doctor who's give. A responsible position. A is in responsible position. Arun thinks. See what happens. What happens is I want to give you aptitude, concept of aptitude here. You know, aptitude is also part of our syllabus. Okay. Now what happens is there is a doctor here. Will doctor have code of conduct? Will every person have code of conduct? Will the doctor have code of conduct? Yes. According to the code of conduct of the doctor, first come, first serve. Yes or no? Code of conduct of the doctor is first come, first serve. So whoever comes first, he should give to them. Whoever comes first, he should give to them. This is code of conduct. That's what happens when you go to meet a doctor also. What happens is, that's what ethics is all about. ಇವರು ಪ್ರಜೆಗಳ ಸೇವೆ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಇವರು ತಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಾಣವನ್ನು ತಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಜೆಗಳಿಗಾಗಿ. So you're giving reasons. So what, first come first serve, what used to happen is, on this basis we used to have red tapeism. What is this red tapeism? People used to follow their code of conduct so strictly, they were not lenient at all. They were not lenient at all. So we were not giving good governance to people. So what should happen now is, a doctor's duty is first come first serve, and for him age and gender and background from where he belongs, what is it, doesn't matter, because article 15 says so. Yes or no? Will our article 15 says discrimination on the grounds of race, gender, caste, anything? Nothing like that. But doctor, with this first come first serve of code of ethics, he has discretionary power also. What is the discretionary powers? Can he analyze who has more chances of survival? Who has more chances of survival? Yes or no? Can he analyze who has more chances of survival if he gives the anti-venom? First come first serve, yes. But second, he has a discretionary power to select who has more chances of survival if I give anti-venom. That's what depends. So what if I give it for girl, but she didn't have chances of survival? If I would have given it for this guy, he had chances of survival. So I should think chances of survival. First way of thinking. Can I think little beyond that also, because it is my discretion after the other than first come first serve? Okay, can I arrange? Okay, now who can sustain for longer? Can somebody sustain for longer? Okay, let's take this 14 years girl can sustain for another 3 hours. This guy can sustain only half an hour. So I'll give him anti-venom and I have sustainancy chances. Can I arrange when I have a chance of arranging if she could be sustained for longer? So I'll arrange for this 14-year-old girl. Can I do this also? Because it's in my discretionary, all these things. Understood? Code of conduct will be there. There will be discretionary. You should go beyond these things sometimes. But you should not miss out your code of conduct. I'll give you like this. One more example for this only. I'll give you one more example. So let's do like this. So you are a person who is collecting the bills. And there are people waiting in the queue. There are people waiting in the queue. So 5 o'clock, your work will end. 5 o'clock, your work will end. There were 6 people in the queue. Would you continue working after 5 o'clock? So till the 6 people finish paying the bills? Or will you tell 5 o'clock is over, I will leave this and go away? Will you tell I'll leave this and go away? Because according to your code of conduct, 5 o'clock is the last time you are supposed to work. After 5:10, 5:20, no need to work for you. What you tend to do is, you will make sure these people finished paying their bills and you go. This is what is called good governance. This is what you call empathy. This is one of the major things a civil servant should hold. Yes or no? Don't you believe this? So you will stay. 6 people will finish. It's okay. Another 20 minutes. Doesn't change much for you. You go beyond your limits to help people. Empathy you are showing. Isn't that necessary? Can I put it other way? Now first come first service is my code of conduct. So I am the same bill collector. bill collector. I am the same bill collector, and there are 6 people in the queue, and you see in the queue there is a pregnant lady. As a bill collector, can you stand up and ask that pregnant lady to come first and take her bill and request other 5 if they're okay with that? Can I do this also? Can I show empathy in my work by going beyond my code of conduct? Yes or no? Understanding how to understand concept, how to go aboard with concepts. So this is just a small introduction, because a lot more to come. Another 2-3 classes we'll do. I'll get different ways of understanding things, or small 20, 30 videos we'll be doing. Hope you'll understand. So it's just conveying you things, making you understand this ethics paper is not so tough. It's the one of those easiest things, and I want to make you understand every one of us are born ethical. It's just that they need to show the practicality in ethics that we can do by step. Clear? Any doubts still here? And if you are okay with this, tomorrow also we can meet again at same time. If you people are okay with this, tomorrow also we can meet at same time, and some more different concept I'll get it to you, like what is, just make you understand what all these concepts are all about. Clear? So hope you like this class. If you have liked this class, please do subscribe for our channel, and you could like the video, or you could, a smaller thing that you could share it with your friends also. Clear? So thank you for coming all the way here and spending. Arun sir, no problem. If it is completed within half an hour, you can continue, otherwise not, because it is a daily routine. So it's just a few classes, not just giving you insights about the paper. So it's just discretionary of you. Kanithoglu sir, not a problem. That also I can manage. Clear? This is just a beginning, just giving you this thing. What I do is, I teach you first theories, ethical theories. I start with Socrates. So I teach you Socrates' ethical theories, because he is the one who starts with. Then I'll go for Kant. Then I'll go for Aristotle. Then I go for utilitarianism, Jeremy Bentham. Then I'll go for egoism, ethical egoism. Then I'll go for hedonism. So these theories are ethical theories. This will hold on for Western philosopher. So I'll finish off Western philosophers and their theories. By that time we would have had many theories now. So we'll finish off Western. Then we'll come for Oriental philosophers. In Oriental philosophers, instead of going for philosophy, I believe in teaching with religion. So I would go teaching Oriental religions like Buddhism, ethics in Buddhism. I don't enter anything other than ethicality. Then I'll go for Jainism. Then I will teach you Taoism. Then Stoicism. Then Islamic ethics. Then I'll teach you Christian ethics. Then Hindu ethics. After that, I'll go with Indian thinkers, ethical thinkers. Definitely. So I will teach you Indian thinkers. Under Indian thinkers, majorly I would start with Gandhian ethics. My strongest point here is Gandhian ethics only. Gandhian ethics I would start. With Gandhian ethics I'll go further. Clear? That's how I decide these classes. After this, my basic class is over. On this basis of this basic class, next step I will go for ethical words. We'll have justice. A word called justice is there. So who has explained justice best? Aristotle has given wonderful meaning for justice, because this is part of cardinal virtues of Aristotle. Then I will give you the meaning of justice in Buddhism. I will give you the meaning of justice in Stoicism. So I have set off somewhere around 48 ethical terminologies. After giving the meaning, next step in that justice word will be how it is important for a civil servant. How is it important for a civil servant? Like that. Clear? So step by step we do like this. Step by step we do. So once you finish all these ethical terms, philosophers are over, ethical terms are over. Now I'll enter the syllabus step by step. By the time we finish these ethicalities, now you'll know what is a civil servant will require. So civil Pabat part will start. Pabat part. Administration with our ethics which we know, we will do it. After that, we'll go for what is aptitude, what is integrity, what is attitude, what is persuasion, what is influencing, what is emotional intelligence, all these things, 2 to 3 classes, and step by step related case studies. Related case study. Clear? Clear? That's how we will go step by step, not to worry. Tomorrow's class, if you want me to explain, I would explain whichever you want. Categorical imperative of Kant. That is one of my favorite this thing. Then I can go for Socrates. Isms you meant, according to you, isms which you are getting confused. Are you talking about isms as like sociology, society, communism, socialism, democracy, such isms? That also we can do, not to worry at all. I'll explain. Clear? So we'll go step by step. This is just a random class so that I can give you understanding how we can go about, not to think much about this. Okay? So on this note, let's wind up. So I will intimate you, and the fees, yes. Fees for this course is, actually I would always love to start an offline class, but offline is little difficult at this pandemic time. So online we are trying to continue right now. It will be 15,000 rupees. 15,000 rupees. I'll be doing 40 classes. Normally I'll tell you the time of 2.5 hours, but it would go, don't worry, you would get, understand, 3 hours it may go. So I'll finish it off for you in 40 classes. Cool. So hope you liked it. If you liked it, you can share and like it. That will be very beneficial for us. That's like your feedback for us. Thank you very much for attending our session. It's a wonderful meeting you all, you people, and coming all the way. Thank you so much.